To Saints and Stars by Jordan Ramirez Puckett. Characters: Sophia Wilson, NASA astronaut candidate, read by Alexis Jade Colon. Zoe Cardenas, the presbytera of a local Greek Orthodox church, read by Alexia Vlahos. Ken Roberts, NASA astronaut candidate, read by Jeffrey Barnes. John Cardenas, the priest of the local Greek Orthodox church, read by Bernardo Pacheco. Father, read by Ryan Wesley Gilreath. Multiple offstage voices. Setting: the set should be divided into two distinct spaces. One is Zoe and John's home and church in San Diego. The other is Sophia and Ken's world of astronaut training in Houston and the flight in outer space. Zoe's world is filled with candles. Sophia has the stars.
They say that in the moments before your death, your life flashes before your eyes. But I see nothing. The nothingness of the whole universe spread out before me, and all I want is a little more time.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Throughout, John
Lord have
incenses
mercy,
the
Lord
space.
have mercy, Lord have
He starts with the altar,
mercy.
the stage, then he moves on
Lord
to the
have
congregation,
mercy, Lord have mercy,
the audience,
Lord have
and the
mercy.
narthex, the lobby.
Lord have mercy, Lord have
It's
mercy,
time.
Lord have mercy.
I need another minute.
Wilson,
I
Lord
have to read over this
mercy,
one
Lord
more.
have
You gonna hit
mercy,
send?
Lord have mercy.
Maybe.
seriously?
This might be my
Lord
last
have mercy,
chance.
Lord have mercy,
I
Lord
know.
have mercy.
3 minutes, not a second
Lord
more.
have mercy, Lord
Roger
have
that.
mercy, Lord have
Ken
mercy.
floats away.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have
Z,
mercy.
I've tried to write you so many times.
Lord
The
have mercy,
universe
Lord have
started
mercy,
with
Lord
a
have
bang.
mercy.
It's more than a theory. It's an explanation
Lord have
backed
mercy,
by
Lord have
scientific
mercy, Lord
fact.
have mercy.
We know that our universe is cooling and expanding at ever-increasing speeds. The only logical
Lord have
conclusion
mercy, Lord
is that
have mercy,
everything
Lord have
started from a
mercy.
singular, very dense spot.
Lord have mercy,
In the face of
Lord
all
have
this evidence,
mercy,
how
Lord
can
have
anyone
mercy.
believe in a creator and divining intervention?
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
And because the universe is
Lord have
expanding,
mercy,
the
Lord
longer
have
we
mercy,
wait,
Lord
the
have
harder it will be for us to
mercy.
explore this universe. And
Lord
we
have
need to
mercy,
keep
Lord have
exploring,
mercy,
not in
Lord have
100 or 50
mercy.
or even 20 years. We need to push the limits of
Lord have
space
mercy,
exploration
Lord have
if
mercy,
we are
Lord have
going to
mercy.
survive. We cannot wait for a
Lord
Messiah
have
who will
mercy,
never
Lord have
come.
mercy,
We
Lord
have
have
to look to
mercy.
science to save us.
Lord have mercy.
Delete message.
Are you sure you want to?
Confirm delete.
The sound of a digital letter being crumpled into a virtual trash. The universe overtakes the space. The sun moves in reverse. Zoe is kneeling and praying to an icon of the Panagia. Sophia goes to the window of Zoe's bedroom and knocks on it. Zoe opens the window.
What are you doing here?
I had to get out of the house.
Did your dad drop you off?
I walked.
Alone?
I do it all the time.
But you're a kid.
I'm 10.
How do you know how to get here?
I followed Polaris.
What's?
The North Star.
I don't get it.
Can I come in?
Of course.
Zoe helps her through the window.
Ow.
I'm sorry, are you okay?
Yeah, my arm, I just must have hit it on something.
Okay.
Can I stay the night?
What?
You love slumber parties.
But we have school tomorrow.
So?
So I don't think my mom will let us stay up all night.
That's okay, it'll still be fun.
I don't know. I have to ask.
Don't.
Why not?
I don't want her to know I'm here.
She'll figure it out eventually.
Not if she doesn't see me.
It's okay. She really likes you.
I can't trust her.
Of course you can.
She'll call my dad and tell him where I am, and then he'll come get me, and then...
What?
Maybe you can tell her that my dad did drop me off.
But that's not true.
She doesn't know that.
I can't lie.
You've never lied to your mom?
No,
Not even once?
that's a sin.
I can't see my dad again. Not tonight, not while he's... Please, just do this for me, just this once.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to tell my mom that you're here, and if she asks, I'm going to tell her the truth.
Zoe.
But if your dad shows up, I'll hide you and I won't let him find you, no matter what.
You promise?
Promise. Okay, let's go ask her.
Do I have to... Can you ask her for me?
Okay.
Zoe walks away from Sophia. Sophia watches her leave. Once Zoe is out of sight, Sophia grows up and marches over to Ken. Ken and Sophia gear up for a training simulation.
Ready for this?
Fuck yeah.
They don't call it the 7 minutes of terror for nothing.
Good thing I don't scare easily.
Good thing it's just a simulation.
Nothing around here is just a simulation.
Worried you won't get picked for the mission?
Not at all, you?
Are you kidding? I'm the best pilot here. They need me.
NASA doesn't need anyone.
We'll see about that.
Training mission commences in 3, 2, 1.
Altitude is at 70 kilometers.
Prepare for entry.
Our velocity is high.
It'll slow down.
We're going at 4,000 meters per second.
That's why we have parachutes.
It won't create enough drag. We'll crash into the surface.
Trust me.
Why should I?
Entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
3,900 meters per second.
60 kilometers of altitude.
3,800. We're not slowing fast enough.
Prepare to inflate parachutes.
They'll rip.
Just do it.
Not until we're below 20 kilometers.
By then it'll be too late.
Too early is just as bad as too late.
50 kilometers.
We're still going way too fast.
Deploy the damn parachutes and we'll slow down.
Our instructions are to wait until we hit 20 kilometers.
In an ideal situation.
In any situation, we have to follow protocol.
Sometimes you have to improvise.
Not unless you have numbers to back it up.
We don't have time to come up with the numbers.
Then we don't deviate from the plan.
Ken reaches in front of her.
What the fuck are you doing?
What needs to be...
You don't know that. Get your hands off my...
Don't touch me!
Don't touch my controls.
They're not real.
They're as real as this simulation.
That you're failing?
You're failing with your idiotic plan.
Are you calling me an idiot?
Your words, not mine.
At least I have a plan.
That doesn't make you...
Mission failed.
What?
Damn it!
There's no way we crashed already.
Maybe if you had done something,
We had over 20 kilometers left.
instead of questioning everything
Because you made no sense.
Sometimes you have to follow your gut.
Not on this. Not when our lives are literally on the line.
Not literally.
On this, we follow the science. Our emotions can't have any part in it.
Wilson, Roberts,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
what was that?
If we had attempted my idea,
Do you know why the entry, descent, and landing stage are called the 7 minutes of terror?
Yes, sir.
Because in the 7 months it takes you to travel to Mars, your mission will likely fail in the 7 minutes it takes to land. And when you're that far away, it will take 14 minutes to transmit a message to NASA, another 14 to get a response. Do you know what that means?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
It means that we can't rely on NASA for help.
It means that by the time we get your distress signal, you've either successfully landed or you're dead. It means that if anything fails, your only chance of survival is to work together as a team. It means that if you can't figure out how to communicate with your crew, I don't care how well you do in training or how good of a pilot you think you are, you won't get put on this mission. Understood?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Ken stomps off. The world transforms.
Welcome home, Sophia. How was your day?
It was a fucking shit show.
I'm sorry. I don't understand the term. Fucking shit show? Judging by your tone, you had a bad day. Is that correct, Sophia?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, Sophia. Would you like me to call Zoe?
Yeah.
Calling Zoe.
Hi, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
The hologram's being. There you are. Hi, sweetie.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, don't worry about it. How are you doing?
Better now that I'm talking to you.
Me too.
Any luck on the job hunt?
Well, some leads on substitute positions, nothing permanent. Relocating in the middle of the school year is.
You'll figure it out. You always do.
Thanks. I hope so.
I can't imagine. Uprooting your whole life becomes some bishop told you to.
Says the woman who doesn't know if she'll be on the planet in a year.
That's different.
How?
My whole career has been working towards spaceflight.
And mine has been working towards being a presbytera.
Zoe.
I know you don't understand it, but John being assigned to lead his own church is a big deal for both of us.
How are you liking San Diego?
You would not believe how hot it was today.
Bad?
120.
Wow.
I was hoping it was some kind of record, but apparently not.
Yeah.
How hot is it in Houston?
I couldn't say. Hot.
You're so predictable.
What?
I bet you could tell me the temperature on the moon right now.
That's different.
You always cared about other planets more than this one.
That's not true.
Uh-huh.
It's my job to know.
And you love it.
I guess that explains the outfit.
What?
A little short.
Hey, compared to what you wore in college?
I'm not a presby, what do you call it?
Not like I wore this to church.
Don't you live on church property?
What I do in my own home is none of their concern.
Are you sure they see it that way?
Who was mean to you?
No one.
Was it Ken again?
How'd you know?
Well, you complain about him so often, I'm starting to think you have a crush.
You know I don't.
What?
Even if he didn't drive me crazy, I would never, not with a coworker.
Why not? You never see anyone outside of work.
Especially not with another astronaut. We might be stuck on a spacecraft for who knows how long.
I think it'd make the time pass faster if you know.
And if things don't work out, can you imagine being stuck with your ex and 2 other people in 316 cubic feet?
Well, those numbers mean nothing to me.
Smaller than the size of your bedroom.
I thought rockets were way bigger than that, and the ISS.
Oh, they are. They are. I meant for the capsule, in case, you know. They said that we might be landing on the moon, staying on the moon for a while.
For how long?
I don't know. They don't tell us anything. They might not even, NASA got to prepare us for anything and everything.
Sure, but
The point is that there's 16 astronauts in training. Only 4 of us are going on the mission, and if we can't get our shit in order, they sure as hell aren't sending us up together.
maybe that's for the best.
No, I know that if it comes down to him or me, I'm out.
You don't know that.
He fits in so well with the other guys. They have that male bonding thing going on. They're never going to pick me over him.
Well, what are you going to do?
All day I've been running the numbers, and I think I know how we could safely land that starting velocity.
I mean about Ken.
Fuck him.
So,
He's an asshole.
he may be a butt thingy,
Seriously?
but maybe you should play the helpless girl card.
You did not just say that.
I did, and I stand by it.
You're a bad feminist.
I'd rather be that than someone who lets their principles get in the way.
I can't believe that I'm being told to abandon my principles by the wife of a priest.
I'm not saying do anything immoral,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes, as women, we have to be flexible.
And how's that working out for you?
I'm very happy with where I am.
Perfect wife, perfect life.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, and what problems did you have to deal with today?
Trust me, I had my share.
What happened?
Just church stuff.
Tell me.
Today was chanting rehearsal.
Okay.
I've been chanting in the church my entire adult life, but I guess they've never had a female chanter here before. This one guy, he told me that a woman's voice should never be heard in a church.
That's bullshit.
I agree.
What'd you do?
I left.
Zoe!
I've never felt so humiliated.
What, you know, what John have to say about all this?
He doesn't know.
You have to tell him.
No,
Are you worried that he won't take your side?
of course not.
Okay. Isn't he in charge around there?
Exactly. I can't put him in a position of choosing between his wife and the rest of the congregation, not in his first week here.
I don't know how you put up with it all.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I guess You want my advice?
Please.
Don't back down. Don't apologize for your gender.
Easier said than done.
I'm serious, Zoe. If you don't want to do it for yourself, then do it for the next woman. You probably weren't the first person this happened to, but you should be the last.
Wow. That was really sappy.
I have my moments.
Now, if only you could follow your own advice.
What do you mean?
You need to talk to Ken.
What good will that do?
If he really is a shoo-in for the next mission, then you have to figure out how to work with him. You have to prove to the bosses that you can.
Maybe.
Have you tried talking to him one-on-one?
No.
Are you running that simulation again?
Tomorrow.
So, before it starts, tell him your new idea. Get him on your side.
And let him take the credit? Absolutely not.
How much does being picked for this mission mean to you?
Everything.
Then
but
you should do everything within your power to succeed. Besides, it sounds like you need a friend in there.
We'll never be friends.
An ally, then.
I'll try.
That's my girl. I expect to hear a full report tomorrow.
Okay, Mom.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You would.
I miss you.
You see me every day.
The real you.
I'm not real.
You know what I mean, the you I can touch.
I miss you too. So much it.
John enters.
Hey.
I should go.
No, don't.
Hi, Sophia.
Hey, I don't want to keep you.
No, it's fine. I just need to put dinner in the oven. I was almost done when you called.
Okay, but
It'll just take a second. You two catch up.
Zoe leaves John and Sophia alone.
Well then. How's my favorite astronaut?
candidate,
Same difference.
not to me.
Did you know that growing up, I wanted to be an astronaut?
Nope.
I thought it would be so cool to be up in the stars, looking down on the world.
So you chose the next best thing, looking down on the world from your pulpit?
I don't look down.
I can't picture you as anything but a priest.
Thank you.
It's weird to think that you ever wanted to be anything else.
I was raised Catholic, so not many boys aspire to a life of celibacy.
So what, you traded your culture for sex?
Orthodoxy is the true faith.
And I didn't ask for a sermon.
Old habits. The point is that I believe what I preach. Being allowed to marry is an added benefit.
Is that all I am? An added benefit?
Of course not. You are my North Star.
I really have to go.
Don't. There's something I want to talk to you about.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I have to do work in the other room.
No, I have to go. I have my own work. Important work.
Sure. Same time tomorrow?
I'll try to call earlier.
You know where I'll be. Bye.
I tried.
I know.
I never know what to... No matter what, I seem to make her more upset.
We've been through so much together.
She ever tell you why she doesn't like me?
It's not that she doesn't like you.
Then what is it?
Our whole lives, it always was just the two of us. It's going to take her some time.
We've been married 3 years.
And I've known her 3 decades. She'll come around.
Did you tell her yet?
Well, there wasn't the right moment.
It's probably for the best. I think it's still too early to be telling anyone.
She's not just anyone.
I'm not sure how she'll react.
She just wants me to be happy. She'll be happy for me.
If you say so. I better get to work.
On what?
A homily for Sunday.
You want any help writing it?
Always.
You know what you're going to say?
How about, it's an honor to be your new priest. Now, please love me and respect me. Two on the nose.
You could say that.
I want to establish that I'm here to listen and lead, serve and guide, edify and entertain. Why is that so difficult?
Well, that's a lot of pressure to put on one sermon.
You know what they say about first impressions?
Good thing the church believes in second chances.
So we...
I'm serious. We'll be here for years, maybe the rest of our lives. You have a long time to earn their love and respect.
You're right.
I know.
Lights focus on Ken gearing up for the simulation. Sophia walks over to him.
Hey,
What do you want?
about yesterday,
Yeah.
I feel like I should say, you know,
No, I don't.
I feel like I should apologize or whatever for the way things went down with the simulation.
You don't do this very often, do you?
What?
Apologize.
Never.
So, what makes me special?
You're not.
Okay, let me rephrase. Why do you feel like you should?
Excuse me?
You said you feel like you should. So, I'm wondering if you actually feel sorry for yelling
I wouldn't call it yelling.
or yelling at me. Or are you sorry that you got caught?
I'm trying to do the right thing here. Can you not make this any more difficult?
Fine. Apology accepted. Whatever the motivation.
Good. Good. Because if that's the case,
Here it is.
what?
The motivation.
I deserve to be chosen for the next mission. And as much as I hate to admit it, so do you. So instead of fighting all the time,
I'm not fighting.
you're absolutely fighting. I mean, did you ever stop to think that maybe our chances of getting picked are stronger if we actively work together?
No argument so far.
Okay. So, we're doing the landing simulation again, right?
Yeah, but it's not going to be exactly the same.
I have an idea for how we can beat it.
Okay.
So, I've been thinking about how they ended the mission early, before we would have actually made contact.
Probably because you hit me.
I did not. I'm sure the fighting didn't help, but I think they ended it because we were going too fast.
Because you didn't listen.
Because at that speed, our heat shield was compromised, and that would have doomed the mission before we hit the surface.
It's possible.
It's what happened.
Then what do you propose?
We'll have to deploy the parachutes early.
So your plan is exactly what I said to do yesterday.
No, my plan is that we don't deploy until 40 kilometers, then at 20 we fire up the rockets.
I can't believe you would even suggest this after you shot me down.
I spent all night running the numbers to come up with the perfect solution. You were flying by the seat of your pants.
There's nothing wrong with following your gut.
I think there is.
If something goes wrong up there, you're not going to have all night to come up with a solution. Huh? What then?
I guess I'll have to run the numbers quickly. But there's no fucking way that I'm relying on my gut. So will you do it?
What? Go along with your plan? Let you be the hero.
We have to show them that we can work together. So, if that means you take the lead, you take my idea.
You let me do that?
If that's what it takes.
Wow.
What?
I didn't realize how badly you wanted this.
So you'll do it?
You're sure it'll work?
You have a better idea?
Let's go.
Training mission commences in 3, 2, 1.
Altitude is at 70 kilometers.
Prepare for entry.
We're coming in fast.
How fast?
Faster than yesterday, 4,500 meters per second.
Entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
4,000 meters per second.
Deploy the parachutes when we hit 40 kilometers.
Roger that.
45 kilometers.
3,800 meters per second.
40 kilometers.
Deploying parachutes.
35 kilometers.
We're still going too fast.
Prepare to engage rockets.
Preparing?
30 kilometers.
We've lost the parachute.
Fire up the rockets.
Firing?
Pushing away from the surface.
We're slowing down.
10 kilometers.
1,000 meters per second.
Prepare for landing in T-minus 10 seconds.
Preparing?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mission failed.
What?
You set me up?
I swear I didn't.
Wilson, Roberts,
Sir, let me explain.
good job today.
But we failed the simulation.
You crashed the shuttle, but you also got a hell of a lot farther than any other team. Keep working like that, and who knows?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're unbelievable.
What?
You were going to sell me out. The second it didn't go perfectly as...
I thought you were sabotaging me.
Why would I do that?
You're trying to make me look bad.
Because that's the only way they pick me over you?
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Really?
Yes. Look, I'm sorry, okay? It's my turn to apologize. You were right.
Of course I was right.
Can we just move past this?
I don't know if I can trust you.
You don't have to trust me. Just trust that you and I went the exact same thing. Deal?
Sophia turns and walks away from Ken.
Welcome home, Sophia. How was your day?
What does it matter? You don't actually care.
Of course I care. Would you like to tell me about your day, Sophia?
No.
Hey, Zoe. How's your day?
Fine.
You want to talk about it?
That's okay.
Sophia is calling for Zoe.
Sorry, I better take this.
Sure.
Do you mind going in the other room? I just think she'll take the news better if you know.
No need to explain.
Answer, please.
Hey, Zoe.
Oh no, you don't have a triumphant your advice worked look on your face. Did I steer you wrong?
No, it was good advice.
What?
We failed the simulation anyway. I failed. Please, can we talk about something else? Anything else?
Sure, okay. Actually, there is something I wanted to tell you.
Good something?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm...
No, yeah. I heard you. Wow. I didn't even know you and John were trying.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to tell anyone in case we couldn't. You know, so many women can't.
Or won't.
But I wanted you to be the first to know.
Does John know?
Of course, I mean, the first friend.
Have you been to the doctor yet? Because
We have.
sometimes... Wow.
You don't seem...
What?
I hope you'd be, I don't know, excited for me?
I'm surprised.
Why?
I didn't know you were even thinking about kids.
I've always wanted kids, you know that.
Yeah, in like 5-10 years.
I don't want to wait until I'm 40.
Why not? Why rush?
I'm not like you. I don't have to choose between my career and children. It's encouraged even.
As a teacher? Don't you have enough children?
As a presbytera.
Zoe,
What?
being a wife is not a career.
I'm more than just a... It's my job to set an example to the rest of the church community of what a family can and should be.
No pressure.
I like the pressure. I like helping people on their spiritual journeys. If you came to our church, you would see.
Sorry, I live 2,000 miles away.
It's less than that.
Barely.
You can hollow in.
How modern.
Try to keep up with the times.
You can't say that. Not after you were literally shamed because of your gender.
That was one guy.
No, it wasn't. Come on, Zoe. You know that you'd be a better priest than most of the guys out there.
You gotta give him a chance.
Do I?
You're more alike than you realize.
We're both Latino. That's where the similarities begin and end.
You're both passionate about your work
Compare my work to his.
and infuriatingly stubborn.
Thanks.
And I love you both so much. I wish you could find a way to get along.
Doesn't it hurt knowing that you could do so much good for the church and they won't let you?
I'm able to do that now. I don't need to be the one speaking on Sunday.
But you should be. You could make a real difference in how people see women, what we're capable of.
Sorry, we can't all be astronauts.
We can all do something extraordinary.
I know it's not, but I wish you could find a way to be excited for me. If you're worried about things changing between us, they won't.
They will.
We'll still talk every day. Sure, there might be a crying baby,
So
but
trust me, things are going to change, baby or not. The world is changing, and I'm shocked that you would want to bring a child into this mess.
I have faith.
That what? The planet's going to suddenly get cooler? That water will...
Rain from the sky? Maybe.
It hasn't. Not in Houston. Not in years.
We have recycled and desalinated water, imported it to our homes, our fields every day because brilliant scientists like you...
Not like me.
Are you saying you aren't a brilliant scientist?
I'm saying that aerospace engineers aren't the best at solving problems on this planet.
I read that NASA was collaborating on a model for replenishing the ice caps.
That's still theoretical at best.
So, scientists like you, where you work, in fact, are figuring things out.
How can you be so confident?
Because I believe that no matter what, God will provide a way.
And what if God wants you to look around you and think for yourself? Maybe now isn't the time to be bringing another living creature into the world that will use up resources.
Children do more than use up.
That's exactly what they do. What possible value do they add to society?
What is the point in worrying about the planet if we don't have children to pass it on to? Children are our hope, the only reason to care about a future.
I care about you, about what future you might have if...
If what?
If this is what you want, then I'm happy for you. Really.
But you're worried.
Very.
Is it... I can't help but feel like you know something that I don't.
I only know what I've been told.
Which is?
You know I can't tell you.
But it's bad?
Yeah.
But you're working on it.
Options are limited.
You'll figure it out.
You don't know that.
I have faith.
I know, God will provide, blah, blah, blah.
I have faith in you.
I have an early day tomorrow.
Sure, of course.
Okay.
Talk tomorrow?
I can't.
No way. In how many years we have never missed a day?
I have to miss this one.
Why?
It's our final test before they decide who gets picked for the mission. They're locking us up together for a week. No access to the outside world to see how we do.
Are you nervous?
After all the tests they've put us through, all the simulations, this should be the easiest.
You didn't answer the question.
Everything I've worked toward my whole life will be determined based on how I do in a social setting. I'm terrified.
You'll do great.
Me in a testosterone-filled space with no you to calm me down.
Imagine I'm there. After all these years, you know exactly what I would say.
That's true.
I'll miss you, and I'll pray for you every day.
I'm not going far.
You are to me.
I'll miss you too.
Call me the second you're done, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Love you.
See you in a week.
Sophia walks over to Ken and sits down next to him. Sophia is scribbling in a notebook. Ken watches her.
So, what are you doing? Hello? Earth to Sophia! What are you up to?
Looking over the parachute specs?
Something wrong with them?
We shouldn't have failed the last simulation.
We did better than most.
On the actual mission, we'd be dead.
They gave us a worst case scenario.
And I like to plan for the worst.
I'm sure they're equipping us with the best parachutes in the world.
That haven't changed since the rover missions?
And all the rovers made it to Mars just fine.
Yeah, with less than a tenth of the weight. You gonna trust that?
I'm gonna trust that everyone is doing their best.
Maybe that's enough for you, but if I'm gonna put my life on the line, I'm gonna go over every single detail myself until I'm satisfied. What?
Do you ever do anything but work?
We're at work.
We're supposed to be interacting, show how we'll do in a social environment.
No, we're supposed to show how we'll do on the spacecraft, and I plan on working.
You can't work 24/7.
Watch me.
It's been 36 hours, and I'm worried that if you don't unwind, you're gonna go all psycho on us with that pencil.
Huh?
You know.
What?
Psycho? The movie? Alfred Hitchcock?
Sorry, I only watch movies made in this century.
It's less than 100 years old.
How much less?
A couple of years less. Like, who cares? It's a classic.
Whatever.
The point is that they want to see how we'll interact in space. And they can't do that if you pretend like the rest of us aren't here. I was trying to help you.
Why?
We made a deal, right?
Fine. What did you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Great start.
But why do I have to come up with everything?
This was your idea.
What's the deal with your name?
What?
You don't look like a Wilson.
Do you think my name should be a little more, Spanish sounding?
Oh, I didn't say that.
But you thought it.
I thought there was a story. And clearly there is, since you're getting all defensive.
I'm not getting... Technically, my full name is Sofia Elena Rodriguez Wilson. I don't use the whole thing because it's a fucking mouthful. Not because I'm trying to be more white or whatever. Besides, Rodriguez was my mom's last name, and it's not like I even remember her. So what's the point?
You don't?
Nope.
What happened?
She left. No idea why. The most my dad would say is that I was cursed with her looks.
Damn.
What about you?
What about me?
Ken Roberts.
What? You think I should have an African-sounding name?
Do you?
My family is as American as they come. I can trace us back 10 generations to the Civil War.
Impressive.
My dad was really into all that genealogy shit.
And you?
I'd rather focus on the future.
Says the guy making 100-year-old movie references.
Your dad really said you were cursed?
He was a fucking racist, and I was a constant reminder of his mistake.
So, that's it?
What?
You had a shitty childhood, and now you're trying to get as far away from him as possible.
He's dead.
It seems like you're trying to run away from something.
You don't know me.
And you gotta have issues to take on a mission like this.
Then what about you?
Well, I asked you first.
I think I'm done sharing intimate details of my life just so you can prove you're a good soldier who plays well with others.
It's not like that. How many years have you and I known each other?
Since we started training here?
5 years. And I know that your biggest pet peeve is when the boss interrupts you. I know you desperately seek approval, but when you get it, you never let it show in your face. I know that I know that you freak if someone tries to touch you, even for a handshake. But I know nothing about your life outside of here, about why you would give it all up for this mission. And if we're going to be on the same crew, I need to know.
You've been paying attention.
Don't flatter yourself.
Then how do you explain...
Know your enemy.
Am I your enemy?
I thought you were.
And now?
You've proven that you're smart. And if it were just about brains, you'd be leading the crew.
But?
You're impossible to talk to. And you make it that way on purpose. Wait, we haven't even gone into space, and it's a problem. You think anyone wants a lifetime of putting up with your shit?
I hate trusting other people.
You can trust.
Stop. I'm trying to answer your question. I hate trusting other people. I've always had to rely on myself to figure it out, to find a solution. But I believe in what we're trying and what we need to do, and I don't trust anyone else to do it. So if I'm killed up there, at least I'll have died trying. But if it fails and I'm not there, I don't think I'd be able to live with that either. So I have to go. It doesn't matter what's here for me or what I'm giving up. I'm a dead man either way.
Woman.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. For the first time, I think I do.
So, what are you running away from?
Nothing.
You said,
I said we all have issues, but I'm not running away. I'm running towards.
what?
My parents were scientists.
Okay.
My dad was with the CDC, my mom, the EPA.
Did they pressure you to follow in their footsteps?
Oh no, they were cool. My mom would have supported me no matter what. Her only rule was that whatever career I picked, I'd be the absolute best at it.
She must be proud.
She, you know,
I'm so.
no, it's okay. She was being the best at her job.
What happened?
She was investigating the rising sea levels in Florida when the big one hit.
Still, I'm sure she's very proud.
Don't tell me you believe in an afterlife.
No, I have this friend and she's so sure about it all. God, life after death. I envy her sometimes.
Why?
It seems like it would be easier to believe that there was something better than this world waiting for us. Your dad still around?
He lives just outside of Houston,
Do you get to see him often?
almost every weekend.
Wow.
I don't have any siblings, so it was always just the three of us. And I wanted to be a good son and take care of my old man after my mom was gone.
What if you get picked and have to leave him behind?
It's gonna be... But we both know that my mom would kill us if I gave up on the chance to do something extraordinary for something so...
Ordinary?
Yeah,
So here you are.
here I am, running towards the extraordinary.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, right back at you, Wilson.
Lights shift to Zoe alone at home.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going over there?
fine,
You have a good day?
sure.
I feel like we don't talk enough about what happened in our days.
You're busy, I'm busy. It's not a conscious choice.
I'd appreciate it if we tried to talk to each other more.
Okay.
What did you do today?
I spent all day revising my resume, sending out cover letters. I swear, applying for jobs is more exhausting than an actual day of work.
Have you thought about taking a break?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure that now is the best time to apply for new jobs with the baby coming.
Now is exactly the time to try and make some money.
We're doing okay. If you wanted to take a break, we'd be okay.
I've never not had a job. Even when I was a student, I was still working.
You have a job here.
It's not the same.
Why not?
I like having a career that's all my own that I didn't get because I'm your wife.
That's not fair.
Isn't it?
You didn't get your master's to teach. You got it to be a spiritual leader. And maybe that's where you should focus your energy.
I can do both.
I've never doubted that. I'm only trying to help.
I know. I was actually working on tomorrow's Bible study when you walked in. Tomorrow's the feast day for St. Tatiana the Deaconess, so I thought we should reflect on her life. Then we can read 1 Timothy 3.
The qualifications for deacons.
Right. Then we can discuss the roles in the church, what we should expect from our leaders. I was thinking you could use this for the men's Bible study too.
Remind them who's in charge?
I think it'll be good for you to have a conversation with them about what they expect from you and vice versa.
What would I do without you?
Have to come up with your own lesson plans?
I'm serious.
I realized today how little I know about deaconesses. I think it will be good for everybody to remember that women have always had a voice in the church from the beginning.
So are we going to talk about it?
About what?
I thought we shared everything with each other. No lies,
I haven't lied.
no secrets.
I didn't want to put you in an awkward position.
Everyone knew but me. I had to find out what happened with my own wife at the parish council meeting. By not telling me, you put me in a very awkward position.
Well, women get all the blame, but men are the real gossips.
Zoe,
I didn't want to force you to take sides.
I would have taken yours.
That's exactly why I didn't want you to know.
I know now.
And?
And it's up to you.
What is?
If you want a chant, I will make it clear that you should.
And if I don't feel like being in a room where I'm clearly not welcome?
It was one man, Zoe, one ignorant man. Are you really going to let him stand in the way of what you want to do?
No, of course not.
Good.
If not for me, then for the next woman.
What about Tatiana?
What about her?
If it's a girl?
I feel weird naming our child after someone who was mutilated and tortured to death.
Hard to find the name of a saint who wasn't tortured.
Especially for girls.
I don't know about that.
It's too Russian.
You want a Greek name?
Makes sense.
As long as it's not a Apollinaria or something like that.
That was my aunt's name.
Really?
Yes, and I like it.
Then I'm praying for a boy.
Hey,
Anything to not have a kid named Apollinaria.
I just said I liked it, not that I wanted to name baby that.
Okay, well, we'll keep brainstorming.
Zoe gets a message. She checks it.
I'm sure we'll find the perfect name for baby. Zoe?
It's my mom.
Something wrong?
Sophia's on the news.
What?
Lights flash up on Sophia and Ken at a news conference. Zoe and John watch from home.
It's an honor for my crew and I to be picked for this mission. Earth has reached record temperatures, and storms of once unthinkable magnitude destroy our homes. As our population grows and land mass shrinks, the time for us to look towards a new era of discovery and human settlement is long overdue. If successful, we will build the infrastructure to support future human habitation on Mars. This planet is not a perfect home for human life, but it is an important and necessary step towards the survival of our species.
Lights flash. Zoe is at home calling Sophia.
I'm sorry. The user you are trying to reach.
Call Sophia.
Calling Sophia.
Come on, pick up, pick up, pick up.
I'm sorry.
Call Sophia.
Calling Sophia.
Pick up. Just fucking pick up. It's not that fucking hard. Fucking pick up. Fucking pick up. Fucking fuck you. Fuck you.
Zoe,
Sorry, I didn't mean.
glad to bring out the best in you.
You're going to Mars?
Yeah,
You're going. On the news they said, but I can't. You're coming back, right?
we couldn't figure out a way to. I'm running short on time, so
Are you coming back or not?
there are no plans at present for a return trip.
How long have you known?
That I was chosen for.
That there was the slightest possibility that you would leave this planet and never come back.
For as long as I've been in training.
Will we still be able to talk when you're...
For a while, but eventually,
What?
when we're millions of miles away, real-time communication won't be possible.
You're breaking our promise?
I don't want to.
You don't have to go.
I do. I have to.
Why?
I get to make history. I get to be one of 4 people to try and make life on Mars work, to try and make a new Earth.
Are they expecting you to single-handedly populate the planet?
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just trying to figure out what exactly you've signed yourself up for.
We're establishing the infrastructure.
I heard the news conference.
For the first mission, they specifically chose candidates who never want to have children.
And you fit the bill.
Yes, I did.
You could have said no, waited for another opportunity to.
There might not have been
any place else, Sophia. Why did it have to be Mars?
You know that I've never believed in any of the God stuff.
God stuff?
I can't buy into the idea of a benevolent being who will come down and save us all.
You used to love coming to church when we were kids.
I liked being with your family, being with you. I never believed in any of it.
I know you got something out of it. I could see how at peace.
It gave me space to clear my mind, to think without being disturbed. That was it.
Maybe you could use that again.
I don't need it. I've learned to be my own savior.
It's as simple as that? You never need any help?
No, that's not what You have helped me more times than...
And my strength comes from him.
Why can't you take credit for all the good things you've done? Why can't you see that it's people who are going to save us, not some unknown being?
I know God. I know that he is just as real as you or I.
But you don't know that. You have no proof. If you were a scientist, you would understand.
The two haven't always been mutually exclusive.
What two?
Science and religion. There was a time when a scientist's belief in God was essential to their work.
No, there wasn't.
Pascal, Kepler, Newton, they all wrote about God.
Those scientists figured out a way to align their findings with the church because it was either that or the stake.
Einstein didn't live in the era of inquisitions, but even he said, I cannot conceive of a scientist without profound faith.
Faith is the great cop-out, the great excuse to evade the need to think and evaluate evidence.
Is that... I know you didn't just quote Richard Dawkins at me.
The point is that even back in Einstein's day, our knowledge of the world was narrow. Faith was needed to fill the voids in our understanding, but science has provided the answer to most of our questions about the universe. We've eliminated the need for faith.
It takes an awful lot of faith to leave this planet for another world.
As the person of us who is actually making this journey, actually putting her life on the line, I'm telling you, I don't need faith. Not when I have science.
You're really going to go?
I am.
There's nothing I could say to talk you out of it?
Sorry to disappoint.
Why didn't you tell me?
It wouldn't have mattered.
It matters to me.
I wasn't supposed to talk about it with anyone.
I'm not just anyone.
I knew you wouldn't understand, that you would try to talk me out of it.
You were right.
And I didn't need that. Not while I was training for the toughest assignment of my life.
You still should have told.
Why? What does it matter if you heard from me or...
Because family doesn't find out about major life events from the news.
Good thing we're not family.
What did you just say?
You heard me.
We are family.
No, we're not.
Sophia.
That's a fantasy we told ourselves when we were kids.
I can't believe you.
And I needed that. I guess we both did, but it's time we stopped fooling...
You're the closest thing I have.
To what? A sister? Because I'm pretty sure you already have 2.
It's not the same. You know it's not. What we have...
You're right. It's not the same. We're not bound by blood. And it was only a matter of time before our lives took different paths. You can't be mad at me when you started it.
What's that supposed to mean?
You started a new family with John, one that I don't have any part in.
So what? You're mad at me for having a kid and decide to move to another planet?
You know that this has been a dream of mine for years.
To go to the ISS, maybe the moon, but this is suicide.
They're not going to send us up there to die.
You don't know that.
Do you understand what it means if we make it? How important it is to the entire human species?
We don't need to go to another planet.
Yes, we do.
Mars will never be Earth.
You're right. Hopefully we won't make the same mistakes on Mars that...
How can you even... Earth is a perfectly created planet.
Here we go.
What?
Earth is not a perfect creation.
It is.
No, it is the result of a series of reactions in space. It's a fluke, a mistake.
Whether you believe Earth was created by God or...
It's a cradle, at best. It was a place with abundant resources for us to start in, but we have wrecked it and evolved past its use.
Imagine what could have happened if you focused all your genius into saving the planet instead of abandoning it.
At least I'm doing something about the problem, not adding to the mess.
Is that what I'm doing? I'm sorry to be such a burden. Maybe I should just kill myself. Would that make it better?
Stop, you know that's not what I meant.
Just have an abortion. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that you don't get to criticize my choices when yours aren't perfect either.
I guess you're right. We're not family. Family would never. I don't know what we are anymore.
Sophia hangs up and walks away.
Sophia?
Sophia and Ken separately participate in medical and eye exams. Each responds silently to their own invisible doctor. Zoe sits down. John sits in another part of the room, working.
Everything okay over there?
Nothing.
The homily?
Yeah.
Read me what you have so far.
So far, I have a blank page.
No better place to start. Do you have a theme in mind?
I want to talk about the launch.
What? Why?
It's in a couple days, so...
I know when it is.
Then...
I can't help you.
Please.
I can't condemn my... I can't.
This isn't about her.
It is.
Zoe.
I keep thinking that she won't go.
Of course she...
Every morning I think, today she'll come to her senses. Today she'll call and say that this has all been a big mistake.
And then she'll come move halfway across the country to live here with us and we'll all be one big happy family?
I know you're not serious, but when we were kids, that's the sort of thing that we would dream about. And some part of me always thought that one day she'd settle down and we'd be together.
Have you heard from her lately?
No, not in weeks.
Then it seems like she's made her choice.
I know that. Intellectually, I know that. But until I see her take off into space with my own eyes, I won't stop hoping that she'll stay.
People are scared. Whether she stays or goes, it's our responsibility to remind the congregation to put their trust in God's plan, that our place is on Earth and always will be.
What if Earth just means whatever planet we're on? Mars could be the new Earth.
I believe in a new Earth, but it's one that Christ brings, not ourselves.
Who's to say that there won't be Earths in between? The early church, they had no idea the troubles we would face. No one had ever heard of global warming, had any idea of the technology we would develop. What if what they were saying was right for their time, but...
Truth is eternal. It does not change.
But
what?
Sometimes I wonder if the church were established today, if women would be allowed to serve as priests.
Only men are chosen as clergy because only men were chosen by Christ to be apostles.
What about Mary Magdalene?
What about her?
We call her the apostles to the apostles, and yet...
The traditions of the church are just as important, and...
There is neither male nor female, for you all are one in Christ Jesus. That applies to the kingdom of God, but not the hierarchy of the church? How does that make any sense?
Aren't you happy with your role now?
It's not that.
Then what is it?
Aren't you worried about the kind of world, the kind of life that we're bringing our child into?
Of course.
If we have a daughter...
Yes?
Doesn't it bother you to know that she'll never be able to walk up to the altar of our church? That a whole part of your world will be inaccessible to her?
If we have a daughter, I will be so happy knowing that she's being raised by a compassionate and brilliant woman.
You didn't answer the question.
I didn't distract you with flattery.
Was that all it was?
Of course not. You know, don't you,
What?
that we're a team, equal partners in our work. Even if you don't serve communion on Sunday, you are just as important to serving our community.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. I would really love it if you would help me write the homily for Sunday.
John,
Forget about Sophia for a second.
you know I can't do that.
I overheard some of the council members talking yesterday. Even they're scared, wondering if this is the end of the world, if this mission to Mars is humanity's only hope. We have to remind them to put their trust in God's plan above all else. This is the most important homily I've ever had to give, and I need your help, Zoe. Please.
We should approach it like we always do. Talk about this week's readings.
Do you have one in mind?
We're reading Genesis 11, right?
Tower of Babel
Yeah.
on Thursday?
So you could say, this mission to Mars is nothing more than a modern Tower of Babel. Seeing themselves as equals to God, these men of science are attempting to reach the heavens, thinking they can outsmart God by replacing language with ones and zeros.
That's perfect.
Lights shift to Sophia and Ken as they strap in for launch. Lights rise on John and Zoe as they watch the launch from their home.
Ready for this?
Waited so long for this moment, it doesn't feel real.
It'll feel real soon enough.
I know. It's what I've prepped for years, for my whole life.
That doesn't automatically make you ready.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Try not to throw up.
Right back at you.
Stage 1 is at startup pressures.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Copy that. The rocket is configured for flight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission liftoff.
Sophia leaves the spacecraft and lies on her back. Zoe walks up to her. Sophia grabs Zoe's hand and pulls her down to the ground. Together, they stare at the stars.
I know the names of all the stars in the sky.
You do not.
Try me.
What's that one?
Which one?
That one.
That's Sirius.
And then that one?
That's Procyon.
How do I know you're not making it up?
I guess you'll have to trust me.
I guess. Or I could look it up later.
Fine, look it up. It'll just prove that I'm right.
I talked to my mom.
I figured.
She said it's fine. She just wants to call your dad.
What? Why?
She just wants to make sure he knows where you are.
How does she even have his number?
School directory?
What if he doesn't pick up? Or what if he does? And
what?
I don't want you. I can't go home tonight.
I promised you that if he shows up.
I know, but
I never break my promises.
Zoe,
Yeah?
what's it like to have sisters?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
It's cool, I guess. I mean, I like when they want to play games or act out stories, but lately,
What?
they're different. They spend all their time putting on makeup and looking at themselves in the mirror.
You could do that too.
My mom says I'm not old enough. Besides, it seems very vain.
Yeah.
But at least I have you. You act more like a sister than them these days.
Really?
Definitely.
It's not the same.
It could be. We could make a promise to treat each other like sisters no matter what.
Okay.
Sisters?
Sisters.
And it makes sense because you already have a Greek name.
Nuh-uh, my first name's Spanish. And my last name is, I don't know what it is, but I know it's not Greek.
Sophia's Greek. We say it every week in church.
I never noticed.
Probably because you weren't paying attention.
What's it mean?
I think it means wisdom.
Does your name mean something?
It means life.
Mine's cooler.
I like my name.
I like it too.
Did something happen tonight?
See that bright one?
Sophia,
It's the brightest star tonight and the sixth brightest in the whole world. I know you see it.
yeah, I see it.
That's Rigel.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That one right there?
Yeah.
That's Orion.
Orion's the name of the constellation. The star is Rigel.
Okay, how about this? That star's name is Rigel Orion. Get it? Because his name is Rigel and his family is Orion.
But that's not its name.
It is now. And that star next to him is his wife.
Which one?
The other foot.
Safe?
Yes, Safe and Rigel are married. And those three right in a row are their daughters.
Triplets.
And they're a whole family of hunters, the best in the world.
In the galaxy.
Definitely.
What do they hunt?
The Taurus bulls, of course.
Are they scary?
The fiercest beast any man could face.
But they're no match for the Orions.
Because together they can do anything.
Yeah. One day I'm going to live up there.
Where?
The stars.
That's so far away.
You can come with me.
I don't know.
Why not?
Because my whole life is on Earth. My family, my church.
You could start a church up there.
You'd like that.
Me too.
Where'd you learn all the stars' names?
I go to the planetarium a lot.
I've never been.
We should go.
Now?
It's Thursday, right?
Yes.
The observatory's open tonight.
But we have school tomorrow.
So?
So we have to go to bed soon.
Says who?
My mom?
Do you have a bedtime?
Of course. Doesn't your dad care what time you go to bed?
No.
You could stay up until midnight if you wanted to.
Usually he's not even home at midnight.
Where does he go?
I don't know.
Do you think he's like one of those superheroes with a secret identity?
I don't ask why he's out late, and he doesn't ask when I go to bed.
Your dad's the coolest.
Not really.
Cooler than my dad.
I like your parents.
That's because they're nice to you. We only get to watch TV during the week when you're here.
Do you want to go to the observatory or not?
What if we get in trouble?
What if we do? At least we'll get in trouble together.
Let's go.
Suddenly, the doorbell rings incessantly.
My dad.
I thought you said...
You have to hide me.
What?
You promised.
Come to my room.
What if he sees me?
Hurry!
Sophia and Zoe run off in opposite directions, aging as they do. Zoe joins her husband John, and Sophia gets back into the spacecraft with Ken.
John, can we talk?
Something wrong?
I've been thinking about what you said, about taking a few years off from teaching, and I think you're right. I didn't get my master's in divinity to spend the rest of my life reminding first graders to wash their hands. That job was never my calling, and I shouldn't be putting it before my work at the church.
I agree. But why do I get the sense that I'm not going to like what comes next?
I hope that you will.
What is it?
I've been doing some research on Saint Tatiana, Saint Phoebe, all of the deaconesses. You know, the church never banned women serving as deacons, just slowly over time they stopped being ordained.
Deaconesses worked in areas where there weren't priests. But once the church expanded, they weren't needed anymore.
We still have male deacons serving in the church. Why not women?
What would they do?
What do you mean?
What would a deaconess do that isn't already being done?
Deaconesses used to bring communion to the sick, baptize and minister to women.
Our church isn't large enough that we need a second person to bring communion to the sick. And you already minister to the women.
What makes you think I was talking about our church?
Because I know you. I know that you aren't bringing this up out of intellectual curiosity.
I could do so much good for our community.
You already do.
What's wrong with me wanting to do more?
They'll see you as being too ambitious, trying to get more power than you already have.
Who's they?
You know who. The same people who don't like you chanting during services or proposing that the men learn about female saints.
You told them that was me?
I was trying to give you credit for your hard work.
It doesn't matter. They'll have to live with me being a deaconess.
No,
Why not?
because it's one step too far.
How?
Deaconesses had to be unmarried or widowed.
Male deacons are allowed to marry. Why should it be any different?
You already do most of a deaconess's work. Isn't that enough?
No.
Why not?
If I already do most of the work, then why shouldn't I get the title?
Because it's stirring up controversy for no reason.
Because it says that I'm more than just your wife.
Because if you pursue this path, there will be pushback, not just from our parishioners, but maybe the bishop. You would be putting my position in the church, our whole lives, at stake.
I understand the risks.
Then how? Why? Why would you put everything we've worked for on the line for a title?
I want our daughter to see that a whole and fulfilling career in the church is possible.
You have always known I wanted to be a priest. You knew that when you met me. You knew when you married me that this is what your life, what your title would be.
I know, but
But what?
growing up, I thought the only careers in the church for women was being a wife or a nun. It never struck me how wrong that was. I even got my master's so that I could be the best wife to a man I hadn't met yet.
And do you regret it?
What?
Meeting that man.
I regret not knowing that there was another option.
Where is this coming from?
We're about to bring a baby girl into the world, and I want it to be one where she has more than two options. I want her to see me as more. I want her to know that her mother could do something extraordinary too.
Zoe.
I have to at least try.
No.
What if I wasn't asking for your permission?
The bishop won't ever approve your request without your priest's support, let alone your husband's.
Gael,
Don't.
why not?
You know that's not my name anymore.
It's the name I fell in love with.
It's not the name of a saint.
But don't you miss it?
We all give up a part of ourselves to serve the greater good.
But do we have to? Should we have to?
That's the heart of what we believe, isn't it?
What?
That there is no greater expression of love than self-sacrifice.
Isn't there anything I can say to change your mind?
No, there isn't.
Zoe leaves. Sophia runs on a treadmill sideways. Zoe walks into a doctor's office.
Astronaut health report, day 240.
How are we doing today, Mrs. Cardenas?
I feel like a ghost.
I feel like a whale.
I've lost significant muscle mass in my legs,
I've gained so much weight in my legs.
but my face is puffy.
Even my face feels fat.
I feel congested all the time.
I feel nauseous all the time.
I can tell my eyesight's gotten worse.
All my sentences are heightened.
I can't make out the details from across the room.
I can smell everything, even the ocean from across town.
I've completely lost my sense of taste.
I'm hungry all the time,
I have to put hot sauce in everything just to taste anything.
especially for sweets. I want to heap sugar on everything.
I can't wait to get my feet on Martian ground.
To get this baby out of me. To remember what
all this is for.
A lot of women feel this way towards the end of their pregnancy.
I know.
Try to enjoy this time as much as you can, because in a month, everything changes.
Everything changes.
Zoe leaves the doctor's office and goes to church. She begins lighting candles. John puts on his vestments. Sophia tries to write. Ken comes up to her.
Riding home again?
Trying.
You ever get anything back?
No, but it's probably because I've never actually hit send on any of these emails.
Really?
It's weird, isn't it?
Writing letters that you don't send? Yeah, that's pretty damn weird.
No, I mean, being so far away that real-time communication with everyone on Earth is impossible.
Yeah,
Does it make you nervous?
honestly.
Please.
Did you ever see that old movie, Apollo 13?
Of course.
I keep thinking about that moment when he says, Houston, we have a problem, and how lucky they were, not because of what happened to them, of course, but because when something went wrong, they had someone to call. There wasn't a 14-minute delay, but out here, that delay, that could be the difference between life and
Yeah, I try not to think about it too much.
smart.
It's getting harder, though, to ignore that feeling the farther we get from home.
And the closer we get to landing,
I know that those worst case simulations are supposed to make us feel confident, like we can handle any situation. But I can't help but wonder, what if the worst happens while we're here?
don't jinx us.
Don't tell me you believe in superstitions.
No, but
But what?
I try not to tempt the fates.
I'm shocked. A man of science like yourself.
I'm not saying I believe in it,
Uh-huh.
but while we're on this mission, can you try to not say or do anything that will tempt the space gods?
There are no...
Please, for my sanity.
I will try to respect your weirdly misplaced religious beliefs.
It's not religious.
I know. I get it.
You do?
No, but I can try. I've been trying most of my life. So you're really into old movies.
There's this theater near my dad that only plays classic movies. He and I went every weekend, right up until the launch.
Have you heard from him?
Every Sunday night, like clockwork.
Must be nice.
Well, maybe if you actually sent one of your emails.
Never gonna happen.
Why not?
Because I won't be the first person to say I'm sorry.
You are something else.
Was it hard
What?
leaving your dad behind?
It's the hardest thing I've ever done. The money helps. Everything I earn goes to him for as long as he's around. And when the time comes, he's going to be set up in the Ritz-Carlton of nursing homes.
You're a good son.
What about you?
What about me?
Where's your money going?
Into a bank account?
Yeah, but who's it going to? It's not like you can use it on Mars.
I haven't decided yet.
Please tell me you have a will.
I'm not an idiot. Right now, it's going to charities. A couple of different orgs that help girls going into STEM fields.
That's cool.
It's impersonal, but practical. That's what happens when you don't have a family.
Lights shift. Zoe and Sophia are reunited in memory.
Sophia,
Zoe?
hide here quick.
What?
He's coming, hide.
Hi there, Zoe.
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Call me Keith. You and my daughter are close friends. I'd like you and I to be friends too, all right? I said all right.
Yes, Mr. Keith.
Mr. Keith. I like that. Now, Zoe, can you tell me where Sophia is?
No,
Why not?
because I don't know.
No, it's all right. You can tell me. You and I are friends, remember?
I don't know where she is.
You don't, huh?
No.
Well, I heard voices coming from your room right before I walked in.
She was here, but she left.
How?
Through the window? It's the same way she came in.
But did she say where she was going?
No.
You don't have any ideas?
Maybe she went home.
I just came from there.
I'm sorry. I don't know where she went, but you're not going to find her here.
You swear?
I'm not supposed to swear.
I don't mean the bad words kind of swear.
I say to you, do not swear at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by earth, for it is his footstool.
She never told me that you're one of those religious types.
Why would she? Why would she tell you anything at all?
Now, what's this?
It's an icon of the Panagia,
The what now?
the Mother of God,
What's it for?
for prayer.
You pray to this thing?
I pray to her every night
Why?
for guidance, protection.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think she's hiding in here somewhere. But I know a good Christian girl like yourself wouldn't swear falsely. So I'll make you a deal. If you put your hand on this thing and swear that she's not here, I'll believe you and I'll walk away.
And if I don't,
I'll tear this room apart until I find her. So what'll it be?
I swear that Sophia,
Swear by the Mother of God.
I swear by the Panagia that Sophia is not in this room.
I hope for your sake that was the truth.
It was.
Good. Because Sophia is not worth a lie.
Please leave my room now.
I will. I will. Hopefully Sophia will be there when I get home. I'd hate to have to come back.
I am so sorry.
Why?
I shouldn't have come here.
Where else would you have gone?
I can't believe he made you do that.
He didn't make me do anything. I chose to lie.
To protect me.
Yes,
Are you okay?
it was worth it. For you.
I can't stay here.
You have to.
He'll come back if he can't find me.
If we tell my parents what's really going on, they won't let him back.
You shouldn't have told him about your window.
What?
He'll find a way in. He always does.
We're safer together.
No, you're safest if I go back.
You can't leave me. Not now.
I have to.
But I lied for you. I swore on the Panagia.
Exactly. So I can't let it be a lie. It was the truth, just a little early.
If you go back, what'll he...
Don't worry about it.
Of course I'm going to worry. Please, I want to help. I need to help.
Does that thing really protect you?
I believe she does.
Will you pray to her for me?
I thought you didn't believe.
I don't, but maybe you can believe enough for the both of us.
I'll pray for you every day.
Thank you. I'll see you at school tomorrow.
Not just tomorrow. I better see you every day for the rest of our lives.
Okay.
Promise?
Promise.
Sophia leaves the same way she came in. Lights shift to Zoe and John. They are at church.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Throughout, John
Lord have
incenses
mercy,
the
Lord have
space.
mercy, Lord have mercy.
Ken and Sophia strap in for landing.
Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have
Ready for this?
mercy.
Ready or not,
Today,
Have
we make
mercy,
history
Lord,
or
have
we
mercy,
die.
Lord have mercy.
either way we'll make history.
I guess you're
Lord
right.
have mercy, Lord have mercy.
But I don't
Lord
plan on
have
dying
mercy.
today.
Me neither.
Lord have
Time to
mercy,
test
Lord
out
have
those
mercy,
parachutes.
Lord have mercy.
Here's hoping that they work.
The simulations we ran
Lord
after our
have
adjustments
mercy,
were
Lord
good.
have mercy, Lord
Simulations
have
can't predict the future.
mercy.
They'll work.
Sure?
Bet my life
Lord
on it.
have mercy, Lord
You
have
and me
mercy,
both.
Lord have mercy.
All
Lord have
astronauts
mercy,
prepare for
Lord have
entry,
mercy, Lord have
descent, and landing.
mercy.
Roger that.
Entry into Mars
Lord have
atmosphere.
mercy, Lord have
T
mercy,
minus
Lord
60
have
seconds.
mercy.
Aren't we supposed to land
Lord,
in
have
Gale
mercy,
Crater?
Lord, have mercy,
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy.
I don't think we're headed toward a crater.
Lord,
The
have
nav
mercy,
says we're
Lord,
on
have
course.
mercy, Lord, have mercy.
Entry in 10, 9, 8,
Lord, have mercy, Lord,
7,
have mercy, Lord,
6, 5.
Ah!
This isn't right.
Zoe,
What are you talking about?
Something's not right.
are you okay?
The numbers,
What numbers?
It's time.
they make no sense.
You're not making any sense.
Ah!
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
We'll get you to the hospital.
Do something, Wilson. Sophia! Sophia!
The sounds of ambulance and spacecraft warning sirens mix together and fill the space, calling up to the heavens. Zoe lays in a hospital bed, her eyes closed. John enters quietly.
John,
You're awake.
I never really slept. I couldn't, not when.
Yeah,
How is she?
I don't know.
How can... You were just talking to the doctors.
Don't worry about that.
Of course I'm going to worry.
You need to get some rest.
Not until I know what's happening with our daughter.
They don't know anything.
Where is she?
In an incubator?
Have you seen her?
No,
I want to see her.
you can't.
Why not?
You lost a lot of blood. You can't get out of bed, and they can't risk moving it.
It?
The baby.
You mean our daughter? John,
What?
why won't you say our daughter?
I can't.
It's that bad?
I don't want to get too attached. I don't think you should either.
She was a part of my body for more than 9 months. I felt her growing inside me every day. It's a little too late to worry about attachments.
We should sue them for malpractice.
Why?
They should have kept you safe, should have operated on you the second something seemed wrong.
I'm sure they did the best they could.
It's not enough. Sometimes someone's best is not good enough.
John,
You almost died.
but I didn't.
I was so scared.
I know.
No, you have no idea.
I'm scared now. If she doesn't, I'm terrified. Will you pray with me?
I already prayed.
Pray with me now?
No,
Why not?
I can't.
The one thing that every moment of our life together has had in common is prayer. And now when we are facing the possibility of the worst moment of our lives, you want to abandon that one thing?
It's my fault.
What is?
It's all my fault that the baby, that it is where it is.
What are you talking about?
Please, I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have to tell me anything that you don't want to, but I wish you would.
There's nothing you can do.
I'm worried
I know.
about you.
Don't.
There's no way this could be your fault.
You weren't doing well. The doctors tried to reassure me that everything was fine, but I could see it in your face, how pale you were, and then they took you away to operate. I couldn't get that image out of my head. It was like you had turned into a ghost right in front of my eyes, and I prayed. I begged God to save you. I offered anything, even my own life, if he would just keep you safe.
Oh,
I gave up our child's life for yours. And what horrifies me the most is that I would make that same decision again in a heartbeat.
John,
What?
you should know better.
I am so sorry.
God doesn't play these games, trade one life for another.
I know that.
Then what are you?
It's punishment. For trying to bargain with them, I thought I could save your life with mine, and I deserved to be humbled.
She's still alive.
It's only a matter of time.
You don't know that.
It would take a miracle.
Then let's pray.
God already granted me one miracle today. I can't ask for another.
So we won't pray for a miracle.
No?
No. We'll pray for peace that surpasses all understanding. Do you think you could do that for me?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, thy power, and thy glory forever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I should be the one to... You didn't need me to pray for you.
Of course I did.
I know that prayer was more for me than...
It was for both of us.
You'd have made a great priest.
I suppose we'll never know.
John gets a message.
I'm sorry.
No, you should. It might be important. What is it?
It's nothing.
Don't lie to me. Is it our daughter?
No,
Then what?
it's Sophia.
What happened?
Lights shift.
They say that in the moments before your death, your life flashes before your eyes, but I see nothing. The nothingness of the whole universe spread out before me, and all I want is a little more time.
Lord have mercy.
I beg, no.
Lord have mercy.
I pray to the stars
Lord have mercy.
to live. Let me, fuck, Ken.
What?
It's lying to us.
What?
The nav, it's lying to us.
How do you know?
There's no way we're going to Gale Crater.
What are you talking about?
Orion's directly to our right. Look at the star charts. If we were going to Gale Crater, Orion shouldn't be there.
Are you sure?
Yes, we can't land where the nav's telling us to go.
What do we...
You're going to have to navigate manually.
I won't know where I'm going.
I'll guide you.
How?
We'll follow Polaris.
What happened to following protocol?
I'm following my gut.
Now is the moment you become a human being.
Please, we don't have much time, and I've never seen a solution so clearly in my life.
You better be right.
Have a little faith.
A flash of light consumes the whole space and everyone in it.
Dear Z, Zoe,
My dearest Sophia.
I've tried to write you so many times.
Too many times.
To say I was angry
To say I was hurt.
when I probably should have said,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I should have flown to Houston
San Diego.
and knocked on your door
Until you opened up
and given you a hug
and held you so tight
one last time.
one last time
It wasn't until I saw you on the news that
I almost died.
I realized
How stupid I've been
to let you go.
without saying goodbye.
I hope you can
Forgive me.
forgive me
I thought about you
every day.
every day. Are you a mother now?
You're an aunt now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I wish I had been there.
I wish you had been here.
I'm so happy for you
I was so scared.
that you've made a family for yourself.
There was a chance that we wouldn't make it.
Do you know what I realized?
Do you know what they told me?
I was jealous that your family didn't seem to include me.
They kept her warm with a blanket made from the parachute material on the Mars mission.
Even though we're millions of miles away,
You're still looking out for me.
you're still the first and last person I thought about when I thought
I
I
thought
might
you
die.
might die.
I could hear your voice singing out to me, strong and clear like you were in church.
I prayed to the Panagia for you.
And I remembered when we were kids.
Every day since we were kids.
And I cleared my mind like I used to when you would drag me to church.
Even though you
Even though I don't believe in it.
I tried so hard to believe enough for the both of us.
It helped me find the answer I needed.
I keep thinking about the fight we had.
When you brought up Einstein,
I never finished the rest of that quote.
Science without religion is lame.
And religion without science is blind.
I couldn't see.
Or maybe I didn't want to admit.
The truth in that.
We're going to petition the bishop for me to become a deaconess.
Maybe I'll try this faith thing.
I know it's not the radical step you were hoping for, but it's progress.
Not in God, in the mystery of the cosmos.
I guess this really isn't an email to say I'm sorry.
It's an email to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
It's weird to think that
in 14 minutes,
this email will travel
millions of miles.
I can't help but wonder
if you're thinking of me.
If you'll ever respond.
But either way, know that
I'll be thinking
about you.
And I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting.
To hear from you again.
To hear from you again.
Anyway, I better go.
I better go.
A newborn to take care of.
A new planet to explore.
Sophia.
Zoe.
What is it?
What is it?
You have to see this.
You have to see this.
It's Elena.
It's Earth.
Her first smile. Can you believe it?
The first people to see her from another planet. Can you believe it?
Have you ever seen anything so extraordinary?
Have you ever seen anything so extraordinary?
Never.
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 End of play.